Hey, this is me, Wanda B, and you are tuned in. And he said, she said on IntellectualRadio.com. We're an iHeart station. Hey, you guys, this is brought to you by Allstate. You are in good hands with Allstate. Whether you need auto, home, or life insurance, give Sal a call. The number is 708-599-5100, 708-599-5100. Get that life insurance. Make sure your family is taken care of. And also wonderful bling. You know, I keep my bling with me when I come here. Everything is $5. Holla, it's Christmas time. You don't have to tell them how much you spent because it looks $1,000,000, okay? Every piece, $5. Go to Wonderful, WANDA, bling, BLING.com and get your, everything's $5. Necklace, rings, all the jewelry comes, the necklaces come with earrings, $5. That's it. Makes great Christmas presents for whoever you need them for. Please reach out. You guys, if you're on Facebook, join in the conversation with us, okay? Or you can call in 708-223-8953 and come in, tell us what you think about social media etiquette. That's what we're talking about today. So to have a fun team, some new faces for you and some of the faces you love to see. So I can have with me Greg Baker of the Greg Baker Show.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you so much, Wanda.
Hey.
I'm elated to be down here with you today.
You have to check out his show. It's Fridays at 1 p.m. here on IntellectualRadio.com. He's part of our family here at Intellectual Radio. So happy to have Greg Baker here. You can also find him somewhere, probably on Empire, one of those episodes. You're like, there he is. Look for that face. He's standing in the background. I know I was watching that scene. They were all about to fight in the audience. And, and I was like, that's great.
Yeah. That's what we was on.
So look for his face. Now, Valencia, her fan club, I hope y'all are watching on Facebook land, because Valencia can't always get out on a Sunday, but when she here, she bring it, y'all. My beautiful Valencia.
Hey, Wanda.
Hey. And then I have with me Timujin L.
Yes. How are you?
The cigar supplier to the stars.
Not quite yet, but working on it.
Hey, I put it out in the
There you
universe.
go.
Work
All
with
right,
me. Work
all
with
right.
me.
I'm accepting.
I bought one.
There you go. Yeah, you're a star.
Thank you. So some new faces representing the he's and she's on he said, she said here today. Okay, so what we're doing today, we're talking about social media. Now, how this came up, and I have to give them their credit, is Mind, Body, and Soul, which is a show here on Intellectual Radio, an A&D conversation. A&D, they're every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 to 7 p.m. on Intellectual Radio. Every Tuesday, Thursday. I was engineering their show and I'm sitting there listening to it. And I'm not supposed to be like speaking out and jumping in the conversation, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, that's not. And I was like, I'm loving this. I know they were like, would you be quiet and just do your job and stop? You're not on this show with us. And I said, you don't mind if I make that my topic. I don't want to be a big copycat, but I was like, it was so fun and so interesting how many people were chiming into this conversation. I said, I want to talk about this too, because I couldn't officially say everything. I got my phone and chimed in as I was working and chimed in their conversation, but I was like, I want to keep talking about this. So what they were talking about, what is social media etiquette? So how many times people tag you in things, and are there proper, sometimes for me, people will tag me because I'm here at Intellectual Radio. They will tag me in all their shows, all 70 shows. By the time I post something, I never even see my own post because I'm tagged in so many. So we're like, is there a rule, a rhyme, or reason to tagging and sharing? And I've also had my daughter's prom picture shared on Facebook, and by men had started sharing it, and it's just a cute, but it made me alter how I now go put her pictures out there and what they are, because she at the time was 17 years old and I didn't want men.
A little creepy.
It was creepy.
A little creepy. Some guy, I don't even know this dude was following me.
I don't even know you. I barely know you. Why are you sharing my daughter? You've never even said hello to me in person. I don't know you, and why do you have my daughter's picture on your page? What picture was it, Wanda? It was her prom picture, and I when I went back to look at it, I was like, well, I mean, she's a pretty girl with a 17-year-old body compared to my 28-year-old body. So
Wanda, let me say this though. I definitely feel your plight, because the same thing happened to me, like, because I came up in the social media era, so it was different things that I gravitated towards and gravitated away from. And one thing was sharing pictures of my family, my children, because like I know some people, I don't know some people, but it was just weird to me the first time somebody just shared a picture of my son or a family picture.
That weren't family.
It wasn't family, but I had to realize that the kind of industry I'm in, like I put myself on a pedestal, and people kind of. I ain't gonna say people kind of respect me, so they'll just share it because they like, man, it's a beautiful family, But it'd be like in your case, your daughter probably.
I wasn't even in it.
You wasn't even in it. She probably had a couple shoulders out, and
couple shoulders back, and it was just her, and it was creepy. I didn't know him. He wasn't a friend. We've never spoken. He was just one of those phantom. You have friends. They're not really friends.
Ghost followers, that they call them. They ghost followers.
They're Facebook friends. That's what they are. That's what
only
Facebook
friends. And you're sharing. And when I inboxed him about it and said, could you take that picture down? Do you mind? She's a minor. And he said, you put it on social media. He put it on, and he was right to some degree. I put it on the World Wide Web for people to see, and had then lost control of her. And I said,
that's crazy. You said then lost control.
I lost control of it. If I put it out there. And so from then on, I don't put my children's pictures out there on social media unless I really don't mind it going, not caring who all may see it, take it. I have to foreshadow that I don't know which person out there may actually get a hold of this picture, and how in that picture, I thought, I didn't want it. She didn't have a say so in it. I put it up there. And so I said, you know what? I won't do that to my children again. And so now I don't. I mean, graduation, if you want to put, she graduated, more power to you. But like things like that, little stuff like that. And but now it altered how I do it. So what do you think over etiquette? What is the proper etiquette for social media?
Wow. I would like to think it's the same etiquette that you would use in your personal life. And I think social media has just magnified what people already do, how they act, how they perform. I think some people don't know your level of involvement of social media. So because they like to tag and do the inboxes, because the inbox is one of those things. I'm like, I love you, but I'm not finna feel guilty because I don't tag and forward and share and do all of that. And so I just ignore it. I just hope that on the other end, they're not sitting around getting the attitude because I didn't tag, respond with the heart, share it. And
they getting the attitude.
Are they getting attitude?
That came up. Someone called in yes. Someone called in that last show and said, well, if I compliment you, I'm expecting you to tell me back. They didn't ask you to send me a compliment. I mean, and this person was really mad and called in to say, if I take the time to send you a compliment, I'm expecting you to common courtesy to say like or say thank you.
Well, that's somebody who's looking for something in return from their actions in the first place, because that's the same way since we're in the Christmas season. Mm-hmm. If I give you a gift and I get mad because you don't have anything for me, I truly didn't give you a gift because I wanted you to have a gift. I gave you a gift because I wanted a gift.
And that's true.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, let's just be real. So that person who has an issue like that, they have some other issues. It's just now been magnified by social media.
It's an addiction and it's a control thing. That's really what it boils down to.
Do you think some people are just addicted to this form of media now? You think?
Yeah, definitely. And it has distorted the way we visualize the world, because now the things that was happening in the 90s, the killing and so on and so forth, it was maybe 1,000 killings in Chicago in the 90s. It wasn't a big issue. Money was flowing. Everybody was fine. Business progressed. Now in this era, we have less murder, but we live in a state of fear because of social media. Every single incident is shared across the world so fast in a matter of seconds. So we live in a heightened sense of fear. So it's got us wound up in certain kind of ways that we need to figure out how to, fix it, because it's damaging us.
I agree.
It's desensitizing us to
really desensitizing us, because like some videos I try to stay away from just when it comes through my social media feed, like seeing people getting murdered or.
And what about sharing those types of videos?
I hate that when even when it was a video not too long ago where it was a little girl being molested by a man, and they was sharing the video. Like, anybody that shared this video, I'm gonna defriend you. But you sharing the video right now, just say that. It's like a I wouldn't say a catch-22. I would say it's like a I don't know. It's like stupidity, because like when I first started social media, like I said, I came up in this era, and it was like search. I used to do common courtesy. If I'm going to repost something you post, I put RP up, and then like I'm gonna repost it or I'm gonna like it first. Now it's got to the point where I'm just reposting, like all that out the way, and I don't even like to tag people no more because you have to, like, when I first started for social media and just marketing myself, I used to tag everybody on my friend list, but a lot of people, I wouldn't get too many shares and people get frustrated, even hopping in people's inboxes, like going around sending like for example, this video. If I go hop in everybody's inbox, just tag everybody in the inbox. Some people are like, man, don't send me that weak video, or what I'm saying, hey man, stay on my inbox. Then I have to come back at them, or as I grow, I just be like, all right, man, I ain't gonna send you nothing else, But as that move forward, this social media age right now, if you use social media right, you can become a millionaire, But we get caught up in the distractions, which is the the videos and all the other stuff. But when it's just us, this is social media is what changed the whole market. Like you straight to the consumer. That's what social media is, straight to the consumer. That's why people, like, when they do records and record labels and stuff, like, they cut the whole record label out. They going straight to the consumer. What do I need distribution for when I got SoundCloud and Facebook?
Now, how do you make money? That I know this may be off subject, but I'm just so curious. How does someone make money when they share their music? If you're not buying the album, I understand buying the album. I don't. Do you have to pay SoundCloud to hear someone's music?
No, but I believe, like, you can transfer your stuff through the different social medias like iTunes
so then you're paying for it, the 99 cents,
and you're getting the exposure from it. So that's what it's about. It's about getting the exposure first, and then have sort of like, I guess that was Drake's story. Everybody was coming for him because he was such a name that now the record companies were coming for him. Like, who is this person? And
like the YouTubers who use YouTube to become famous enough to be bigger.
Absolutely.
Famous.
And then that funnels over into social media, because now what we have seen, what has been programmed, is the more louder you are, the more ghetto and ignorant and more attention you get. You can get your dollars up that way. You can get your dollars up that way.
Don't be willing to throw no wig on.
And
don't be willing to throw no wig on, little makeup.
And it goes up and up. The more you willing to just go, they're willing to pay more. And so you see that reflected in your average group in the post. You see those who want the attention. You see the ones that got the facade going, but they think they got it going good. But we laughing over here like, oh Lord, and so right?
Results.
Like,
once that wig come on, I'd be like, they desperate.
So it's just, like I said, social media is just now a window that we couldn't see through before.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, my Facebook is taking its sweet time to come up. It's on delay reaction. So thank you to everybody who shared it. Please continue to share. We're talking social media and what is the proper etiquette of social media. So if you're responding, I will get to your comments. Oh, Nemia said, people legit get upset for reposting a status and not tagging them as the author. And I know that happens, and I've been guilty of it. Well, usually I ask, do you mind if I repost it? Because I know I know how people are, so I do ask. But when I ask, I've had people say to me, please make sure that I get the proper credit. And I'll do that. I know that this is becoming that kind of. But the other day I saw someone share something. We have a group here. She said on Facebook, please join our group. We have these same discussions, but kind of wilder.
Way wilder.
We have these same discussions in the group. She said, please join our group on Facebook. Well, in that group, someone shared something someone else posted. And I thought, oh, this isn't going to be good, because I know that person and I don't think she would have liked that post to be shared, because it is a closed group. And I thought, when things are public, and I have my page public, so how can I have my page public and necessarily get upset when someone does something publicly? I get that. But when you're in a closed situation that people want it to be closed and someone takes it out of that situation, is that right?
I don't think it is right. I think what happens, though, the person that takes it minimizes what some of these groups and outlets. So what if somebody goes into a closed group to get their quote unquote therapy or venting session. It's not for you to take that. Even if you thought the situation was an interesting topic, take it, rearrange it, give the hypothetical.
Make it your own.
Yes, make it your own with the same situation. But to just take it and feel like it's mine because I can. I think we're just, like I said, once again, we're magnifying the I don't care about the next person. You put it out there, I get to do this, A, B, C, or D with no responsibility. And like you said, you own the responsibility for putting your daughter on there. But come on. I mean, like, his responsibility was to not, even if it wasn't your child, even if it was you, that's still creepy. You don't know me. Why do you have my picture on your page, So
the crazy thing is, he could download the picture, save it to his phone. He could print out multiple pictures, put a shrine of you in his closet.
That's what social media is doing to it.
And put you in
Some
and now
candles
you
in
on
there.
porn and you don't know.
They put your head on somebody else.
It's all kinds of stuff.
They can take that a lot of ways.
Yeah, and you're like, okay, now you got me in there. Send me the check. But
Cut me
But
in and
yeah,
cut it out.
cut me in.
That's what social media is doing with us,
making
making us more bold in that sense.
Yeah.
I like that. That's your daddy's line. Cut me in or cut me out. I'm still in
Yes.
that. And do I need to give him credit?
No, you ain't got to give him no credit, girl, because he probably heard it from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, Nemia Point is saying not like posting group, but generally funny Facebook stat. And I agree. I've seen people get upset off of a meme. Just a funny meme.
You didn't even make the meme.
Right. That's what I was going to say. You didn't make the meme. You saw the meme. It's on social media across the world. And now you're upset because I took it from you and posted. People on my timeline want to laugh too. You thought I laughed at yours. They going to laugh off of mine. And like I said, I just think that just shows the level of pettiness that we are living in. Petty, bully, childish.
Yes.
A bunch of adult-sized children walking around.
It's true.
So when it looks fine there, somehow I am looking.
I see us. We're fine.
You fine on yours? Yeah. Oh, maybe it's just my computer.
Yeah, maybe it's yours. We're fine.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at just like your hand moving.
Yeah, we're fine.
What a nice hand it is. Was that Apple Watch?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
That's a whole other story.
You're tuned in to He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com. We're talking about social media and how the etiquette of it. Is there a proper etiquette? Should you only post 3 times a day? Should you not post you watching it just now? And I'm not going to name names. So don't be offended because I'm about to talk about you. I'm not going to say your name, though. We went out for breakfast to celebrate my dear T Bizzle. Happy birthday, T Bizzle.
Happy birthday, Bizzle.
And we're at brunch and someone is taking pictures and Facebook Live and everything. I was like, can I eat and pay? I don't want to be Facebook Live right now. And it's like every moment now is being shared.
Too much.
And I thought, right now I just don't want to be Facebook Live eating breakfast. Can we just have a moment? And I know it's probably sounded rude because the people get offended when you don't want to be a part of something they're doing. And so what is that? Is that wrong to actually say something? Or should I just go along with the Facebook Live of breakfast?
I think we need to speak up more often. A lot of us just go with it, and unfortunately we just people are carried away with it. It's just too much these days.
You show every facet of your life, every moment of your life is being shared with everyone. And sometimes your right to it is taken away because I'm thinking I put my phone up and I'm going to just enjoy my friends. And next thing you know, I turned around. I was like, oh my gosh, why do you have your phone in my page?
I get that a lot when I'm out dancing. And then I'll look up and I'm like, wow, I'm on about 90 people's phone. And I was like in my zone. This was all about me. I really wasn't trying to even, I came, I got my cap on, I got my towel. I came to
towel, you got your gym shoes.
Man,
you're about to house it up.
Yes, I'm trying to get low. And it really wasn't trying to be about the whole show. So I get that. But I know that that's a part of it now. And I kind of just.
We have to go with it now.
I feel like when it's.
I'm asking.
Exactly. In certain situations, like I have no control over that. It is what it is.
And you're out in a public area.
At breakfast, you can say, nah, I'm not. Yeah,
definitely. Control your situation.
Yes.
Should people be offended by it?
They shouldn't, but they will be, some of them.
But that's their fault.
It is.
And that's something they have to deal with.
Mm-hmm. So liking and sharing pictures, when people get upset that you didn't like or share, is it proper etiquette that if you see something, you should like it?
It depends on the content. Like say for example, this show right here. Like if I have people say, "Greg, I support you, man. I'm whatever you need, I got you." And then every week I'm putting up a video of me doing a radio show, and ain't nobody reposting the same people that say they got my back. I mean, yeah, you feel a certain type of way. But if I'm just posting some nonsense and I don't get but people they repost that all the time, I feel a certain type of way.
Oh, so you do what?
I
You do
will.
feel a certain way if
I
it's
do.
not by
I do.
certain people
By
in your life
by
or
certain
Then
anybody?
it's
by certain
productive
people.
content, is
Yeah.
what you're saying, right? When
Yeah.
you put some productive content up, nobody pays attention. But if you put a fight up, everybody shares and
It's gonna
likes
go- it's
all
gonna
over
go
the
viral.
place. I understand.
Like even with you and your cigars, like when you post like pictures and stuff of your cigars and stuff like that, do you get like a lot of feedback, or will you get more feedback from your cigar post or feedback of you ranting about something that happened the day before?
It usually I get minimal response to the cigars because it's just a picture usually or a special that I post.
Mhm.
You know, most people call me on the phone, so I get more response that way. But I don't do too much ranting. I'm sorry, I don't do that on social media.
You
That's
gotta
just
try
not
your
something I
rant.
do.
Try your rant real quick. Just test it out.
Hey,
See how
right, get
see how
your-
many
get
likes
your-
you get. See how many.
Okay, I might do that.
Just do one real quick.
We should do a test, like some fighting with somebody or say something, because people do like that. If you
Yes, they
go
do.
on
Love
and
it.
say,
well, that's evident in our group.
that's true.
You know, you see the ones that they're gonna go back and forth. Those get 750.
we're at 700
comments.
comments.
And
Wow.
but then when you try to talk about some real relationship,
That's
Ten.
not
deep,
interesting.
yeah, you know, you gotta keep saying hello, put the eyeballs up just so it go back to the top and say maybe they was asleep when we talked about this, you know. But start talking about that foolery and they
And
come out the
yes.
woodwork. Or
Take off.
when you ask to put up that selfie, you be like, I haven't seen you comment.
I
in
don't know who
9
you are,
months,
but
and now you
and then 6 of them. It's
Yeah.
like
You can flood the whole
multiply
timeline
with
Yeah.
your selfies, and
with
that's
your
so.
ugly mug.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Well, it's time to be famous, though. That's their
Greg
moment to
said
be
that of
famous.
the
You
Greg
know, it's
Baker
their
Show,
opportunity for
Fridays
the
at
world
1
to see
p.m.
them at their
The
best.
attention
Yeah.
that they're seeking. Toussaint said he never realized there was a such thing as social media etiquette. So did a lot of other people. They were confused too. Obviously,
How about
Is there
human
etiquette? Is
etiquette?
there no
It
etiquette?
should be.
It should be. Just as is life. Social media is an extension of life.
Exactly.
And like I said, you're gonna be who you are. If you don't get attention and you seek it, this is an outlet for those people, and so they do more than they do in their everyday life because that's their moment. They get their moment. So I'm learning as I go. I like to just sit back and let them have their moment. When I used to engage, I have done so much growing over this last year. I used to engage, and now I just sit back and I kind of chuckle, or I'll just do the love button on people who are saying the things that I have opted out to say. But yeah, and Toussaint said he's rude in real life. So, and I said, yeah, and I'm a smart ass in real life. So that's my comments are always kind of smart assy. So
I think people like Toussaint, is you as well, Valencia. Who you get in person is who you get on social media. There's really no difference of Toussaint's gonna fight the power and at some point blame it on white supremacy. I'm joking.
and make us look at the numbers.
And then he's gonna give us the numbers. 1.7, the average black household makes $1,700.
Now you got a man that's supporting a side chick with those numbers.
Sorry, one type of guy.
He's your
He-
type of
he-
guy.
he break
He's a
down.
guy's guy.
He
Now
is
I'm
a
gonna tell
guy's
you
guy.
that if you want to meet a man that's a man's manly man, that's a man. That's a man.
He said, well, that's true with your smart ass. Hey,
He gonna break it down though. One of the smartest men I know. I'll throw that in there though. You got to give him his props.
You gotta watch out about guys like that. They so smart. They know how to make some stats up on site. You know, sometimes you gotta fact check them.
You gotta do some fact. Right, you just believe it because
That
he
was so
said it.
convenient.
You don't even know if that's true or not. You just believe it because he gives a number.
You gotta check that. I do that sometimes.
What you say? 3 million people.
I make up some stuff. I realize people don't respect your opinion unless you quote somebody else. So I be making up fake quotes.
And
You know,
that is
What the
so
donkey
true.
said was,
If you say you read this book and whatever, they have never read the book, and then now they're tuned in. But if you just tell them this is your own intuition, experience, life lesson, they be like, "Oh, that was just you." You know, that don't even.
That's how you felt at that moment.
So the Nemia says there is a such thing as media etiquette. If I say hello team in all caps, if I say something in all caps, it's seen as aggressive and or yelling. I do. If you write something in all caps, I'm like, why? Especially if it's all, I'm like, stop it, please. I need you to go up and lower on me. But now there are some people who just write that way. So you almost have to know the person in addition to how they type.
What's funny is the social media, how they have even found ways to where you can see the person doing it. So you see a lot, they'll say a word and they'll do the clap. So it's like they send it.
You know that's what they mean.
Yes, it's like we have like really
or this.
Yeah. And I'm just saying what.
Well, you got to remember though, it's a lot of uneducated people that's using smartphones. So a lot of these things, it is what it is. A lot of these things are created to make their conversation more entertaining because they can't present themselves, intellectually with words when they type it on their phone. They got to get the little emojis in there, and the stuff to make it seem a little bit more exciting.
Tucson said, fact check me, homie. The data is the data. He said these numbers ain't coming from nowhere. You said Google it. Google it. So you're listening to He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com. I so appreciate everybody who's chiming in on Facebook and those people out there watching the Bears game. Let me know what the score is. If it's on yet, let me know. And this is brought to you by Allstate. You are in good hands with Allstate. Whether you need an auto, home, or life insurance, give Sal a call, 708-599-5100. So we've been talking about social media etiquette. So someone said on Facebook, he didn't know it was a such thing as social media etiquette. So is there an etiquette to using social media? Should you like posts when you scroll by? I'm going to say personally for myself, I don't like anything I don't like. I'm not going to like it just because I saw it. But that doesn't mean I didn't like it if I didn't see it. I'm only trying to now, since the last conversation of social media etiquette had on the A&D Conversation Show, Tuesdays and Thursdays on IntellectualRadio.com at 5 o'clock, that I thought, you know what? Sometimes I just see it. I do like it and keep scrolling. So now I'm trying to make myself stop and like.
Wanda, don't let them make you switch it up. Don't let them make you switch.
Bullying.
Yeah, don't let them make you switch it up. Sometimes I won't like or comment on something just because I don't want the constant notifications when I know it's going to be a popular post.
But I'm not going to comment.
Yeah,
because you're not.
So it's not that I'm not in support or agreement or didn't think it was cute or whatever the case may be. Sometimes I'm just scrolling.
I'm just scrolling and I like it, but I'm not leaving a footprint. And I'm sorry.
Like should be good enough.
I'm not commenting. If I see you guys 80 billion people saying congratulations, you're just going to get a like. I'm not going to type it too. Unless I'm
really close to you.
And really close.
Want to say that congratulations. Then I'll
But I'm not going to give a...
Yeah. And I'm not going to do all the rest of it. Yeah, I mean, it's
you don't get notifications on likes, so that I'll do, but
Cindy
you're not getting
said yes, social media etiquette is a thing. Cindy, give us a little explanation of what you think some of those things should be.
Yeah, what is some of the social media etiquette? So go ahead.
I'm sorry, Wanda. My thing is group chats. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't start group chats really without getting the person permission. You know what I'm saying? A lot of group chats just pop up in my inbox and I'm like, man, I really don't want to be a part of it. But then I feel a certain type of way.
Because it'll say Greg Baker has left the conversation.
Left this bad boy. That's the first thing they see it. Then people get so terrible, they add you right back in. I'll be like, Jesus.
And someone has unfriended me for leaving the... And I was like, I didn't mean it harmfully. It's just I don't want to be. I can't go. So
Tina said you can mute notifications. See, but I'm one of those people. I'm really not in tune with all that you could do with your phones and your watches and stuff. I just don't know how to work all of that stuff. I don't really care. So,
join the team.
So my way to turn them off is to not respond. Not turn them off like that.
and I want to just leave. I don't want to just mute the notifications. I want to go. I don't want to be involved in this.
And you shouldn't have to feel a way about it.
She unfriended me and we're not friends anymore because I left the group. But I didn't want to be in the group in the first place.
Because you get in that man state when you like heavy in the industry, you really trying to get something going with yourself and you just want friends who's going to help support you. So I kind of understand that, but I'm the same way.
Someone because not supporting the Greg Baker Show Fridays at 1 p.m. on IntellectualRadio.com.
I'm not. Thank you, Wanda.
That's support.
I never unfriend you. Never. But I have done it though. I have unfriended some people who I feel like they're just a waste of Facebook space for me personally.
Have you unfriended them out your life?
Yes, I have unfriended some people, or I have seen some people, and they told me like, man, you deleted me. Then I sometimes, depending on how they come at me, I lie. Be like, man, I was deleting people and I didn't delete you. I ain't even know. I add you back.
So why won't you stand strong in your
It depends on how they catch me. If they call me on God, if I ain't feeling so strong at that moment, I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with the send off, the finesse. So if I'm feeling strong, if I'm feeling myself, yeah, what's up? What?
Family honesty is the best policy, baby.
About being dishonest, I got it.
Honesty is the best policy all the time.
Two said that's for attention whores. You're not obligated to feed anyone's ego. No, you're not obligated. Now, I do feel, though, I just don't like tagging people who are not involved in what I'm doing. When people tag me in things that I also don't agree with, for instance, your church service, that's not just necessarily for me. I don't know your I don't know what he's talking about. Don't tag me in something that I may not even believe in. I don't like that. And so
that's one of the things I had to get away from as a marketer online is tagging. But tagging, a lot of people do work. I get tagged. They show like, we didn't tag 99 people. And do you want it to come through on your timeline? Depending on if I know them or not, how fresh it is, I'll push it through, But I had to get away from that myself because when I was first starting, I was making content. I was just trying to tag everybody, get it out because I was headstrong. Like, I gotta make it tomorrow. So I'm tagging everybody. But when I'm started tagging everybody, you're not getting a good response a lot of times because people just get tired of you. They get frustrated with you, and I just be like, man, let me find another way to market. So now I just post stuff on my page, and then I just put something like, please like and share, and then from there they get an opportunity if they want to like it or if they want to share.
I agree with that, Greg. And when you ask me like that, when I get a choice, don't take away my choice and tag me because that's like forcing me here. You gonna like what I like, and you gonna share it for me.
People get so bad out here. They'll tag you, hop in your inbox, knock on your door, pull up on you. It's so much like people want to make it. That's the main thing. They trying to make it, but we gotta be patient.
I'm sorry, that bullying, like I said, this stuff forces you to be more bold.
Yeah.
Push the button a little harder. Everybody's pushing it hard. I gotta push it a little bit harder. I gotta harass you a little bit more.
We seeing these crazy people make
bad. It. Yeah, Stephanie Evans is giving us an example of one of the etiquette rules. She says, please don't have a full conversation under my post that does not have anything to do with my post. That is just rude. Do you agree?
Yes. There were people that will come under my show thing and then start promoting their own self underneath my. Then I feel used. I need you to move on.
That's how you know you made it. That's how you know you made it.
They use your platform.
They come right in there because they'll have something that they already got copied and pasted that they posting everywhere online. Then they see you popping. They'll pop it right up under yours. I used to get upset about that, but I'm like, I made it. They see me as a way to get themselves out there, and I made it.
You know what? I feel, make it somewhere else. I don't.
That's right.
They grab somebody else's coattail.
Right.
That's right.
Right. Right. If we supported each other, and there's somebody that I know support me, then you do what you do because I support you like that. I like you. I want to see you succeed. Anybody officially in my life that I know well, I'm gonna want to see you succeed, and I'll say put it in my timeline. But somebody I don't even know, I've never seen you share anything, be a part of me, but now you gonna write. No,
drop your mixtape.
No, I'm not that nice. Not that nice.
You got that new mixtape.
Said she's been unfriended, and when that happens, she takes that as a real life unfriended, so she don't speak or interact with people after they unfriend her.
Wow.
You know what? I've unfriended. This is before you could unfollow people. So I will preface this that before you could unfollow people, I'd have to unfriend them if I didn't like your point of view on something. And so I've unfriended, but didn't think I was unfriending you in real life. Now I know I can unfollow you and not see what you post every day because some people's things are just annoying, or they're always in a bad mood and they're always whining and complaining, and I don't want to hear negativity.
Smack somebody every day, and you don't need to go through those emotions. Yes.
I don't want to see it every day. I just don't want that in my timeline. So I did unfriend somebody. It came my birthday. I guess they noticed that we were unfriended and they went off. Now, this person is well over 50 years old. and went off. You unfriended me, and I said, well, I kind of don't like. I was like, I don't like your views on some things, but I would like to still be your friend. See me out and don't say a word. And I was like, hey, and they were like,
What? That's
I
horrible.
would have
though.
never even known what you thought about people if you didn't put it on. Now I know too much about you, and we wouldn't. There are people you encounter. I won't necessarily call them friends, but you're amicable to them when you see them out in public. We're steppers, and so we're in a environment or a group of people that we may not know well, but we're going to speak, we're going to dance
and we
together,
hugging, and we doing all of that from the front to the back.
But now I know your views, and I may not want to know your views on things, so I thought I could unfriend your views
and
but still like you.
See, I went through that same thing because when you trying to make it, I keep saying it like
I
that.
was going to say, Greg got some. We need a hug. Bring it in. Bring it in.
You got some pent up anger.
This social media.
Greg Baker.
Support
This
Greg
social media thing. This is my topic for the day.
Support Greg Baker, at least if you don't do nothing else, because he does a whole lot of stuff. You better listen, like his post, and listen to the Greg Baker Show Fridays at 1 p.m. on IntellectualRadio.com. You can listen on Spreaker. You can watch him on YouTube. Follow this man, please.
That's so
And his
Wanda
new
unfriend
intern.
you. If you don't follow me, Wanda gonna unfriend you. That's right.
And his new intern.
And my new intern. We all gonna unfriend you.
Oh my goodness.
3 for the price of 1.
There you go.
So Toussaint said that the only person he's ever unfriended was his wife, and someone asked him why, and he said because she has too many questions, which is not proper social media etiquette.
That's smart.
I agree. They don't need to be friends. They friends in real
You
life.
live
Do
with
need
us?
to be, or well, how do you all feel? Do you need to be friends with your significant? We live in the same house together. What are we going to share on social media that I shouldn't already know?
That still depends on the couple. It
depends on the couple.
Everything. If they can handle it, if one of them may not be interested. I've been in a relationship. We both are heavy on Facebook. We were friends. But we also knew that there were fans out there. Now, my current relationship, he could give a.
He's not watching your page like that.
No.
And who like this? I'm like, I don't even know him.
That's a relationship that needs not to be.
Yeah, you
They have some other issues. And if it's just social media, if you take social media out, do those problems really go away? So it's per relationship.
I agree with that. That honestly, that person would have those same issues if you were out and hugged a girl. And she goes, "Who is her? How do you know her?" I'm like, "I went to high school. How well you know her?"
With her, so who's that? Yeah. So
Isley saw them Isley Brothers songs too.
Well, that is etiquette in the dance world that you only dance 2 songs.
Yeah,
so if you dance 2 or 3, y'all, you go together.
Yeah, y'all go
Or
together.
y'all make a plan.
Words, yes, y'all go together.
Or you're plotting.
Yeah.
And so you have to relegate because people then start questioning your whole life. What's the number? It is 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. So if your relationship cannot withstand man or woman, cannot withstand social media, don't be their friend, because don't have your now we're friends, and I am only befriending people. It's business for me. I mean, it's a little bit keeping up with my family, but a lot of it is business. But if I befriend a married man, I'm not really trying to get your man. So you don't need to now send me a friend request. And then I don't know you. I know him. And so if you have those kind of issues, then you should not be Facebook friends, because if
they post a pic and then now you want to go and investigate and see if
every
like every time, oh, she has liked 10 of your pictures in a row. Who is this?
Who is this, and what does she
and
mean
she putting
to you?
Heart eyes on.
Why did she use heart eyes? Does that mean she love you?
Eyes? Yes.
She used the red heart because somebody told me you use red hearts because my birthday is Valentine's Day and I like hearts. Yeah. And they were like, well, you shouldn't use that with
purple,
men.
Right, use purple. And I
was like, heart. It really is because I just really love hearts.
And so what you ladies can do is give etiquette training.
I have to learn the etiquette. I'm not sure I know it
all these things y'all saying I've never heard before. So you ladies could be etiquette coaches.
We're going to be social media etiquette coaches.
Yeah, for real. It's a new industry. We just created it.
What does Cindy say, Valencia? Do you see her comment?
Yeah, she said you have to be careful what you say, do, and like and love on social media because it can be misinterpreted. For example, friendships and relationships end over social media in some cases because you cannot like a pic or status without someone believing it's pertaining to them. it's like, geez, let social media be just that, a place to be social. We all like different things and share different things, so just chill. I'll delete someone quickly once they see my Facebook post and text or call me like, was you talking about me? I hate that. Man, I could go on and on. So
That's the truth.
Do you see the phone thing? So I too have that issue I've had where the on?
Is it on? Yeah.
Hey, you've called. He said, she said on IntellectualRadio.com. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hey, and that's part
Hey,
of the
how you
he
doing?
said, she
Hello.
said team. What's going on, and what you got for us?
Listen, I absolutely hate when I follow my friends for 10 months during their pregnancy. They're posting all of these pictures, gender reveal, baby shower. They have the baby and then say that they're not going to post a picture of the baby.
You're like, look, I've invested in this baby. I want to see what she look like.
Yes.
So do you feel the same way, in that when we see the couples in love, should they also tell us why they're not together anymore?
She said, if you get involved in all your relationship for the last 8 years, why shouldn't I know what happened?
Yeah, in conclusion.
He was like, relationship goals, go king and queen. Yeah, we want to know what happened in the castle.
Right, because I was loving y'all together. When I was with y'all, I was supporting team. We all a team. And now it's over and y'all gonna act like just disappear, erase all the pictures, and we can't know nothing.
I experienced that. They wanted the low down, like, okay. I was like, oh my God, it
Tell them
was
to catch the boat.
serious. It was serious.
Another question though, guys. What happens if you're friends with your friend's partner and they break up? Can I still be their friend?
For a little while. See what he talking about,
That's not
girl.
real.
Because
That's
if
not
he
the-
talking crazy, I need you to check him. But if he talking too reckless, yeah, we gonna have to the me and my girls, we have a pact. When they start acting a fool, we delete. Everybody just delete, because we don't need anybody getting caught up in their emotions about him going through his emotions. And so, yeah, we've practiced this quite often. We all delete.
In agreement, you have a
We have with the
conversation.
whole agreement.
He's
It's
gone
time.
from your life, and your
It's
life.
time. But
It's time.
everybody didn't do it at first because you form relationships with other people. But when it's still toxic towards your girl and it's time to choose, go on and delete.
What if they
that.
say, I'm not going to delete him because it's not that serious to me? I don't take social
That's
media
the girl
like
you
that.
can't trust.
I was getting ready to say, I never heard that from my girls. We be in total agreement. But like this, you just
But
heard
there
it
are
from a
people
man.
like that.
It is. But I think it depends on the reason you're asking them to cut off. Are you the person who are bitter and you did the wrong and you want them to cut them off just because? Or are you asking them to show support because he or she was in the wrong and I need you to show the support over here?
Mm.
And I think that's the difference. And even outside of social media, that's the thing. You don't have to. So let's say someone's in an abusive situation. Yes, I think all us got a rag. You can't still be his friend. Now I done told you what was really going on if you didn't know.
In that instance, you are
understand what I'm
100%
saying?
correct. Yes.
So, but if it was something where we just kind of like just outgrew each other and it's like whatever, and
He's still good people.
You
still
shouldn't
good
put the
people,
pressure on
then
your
I don't have
friends to
press you
separate
not
their
to
friendship.
separate to be your friend.
Yep.
So that's okay.
But if he's harming me in any way,
That's
you
different.
go with me.
And then
That's
he's
different.
going-
Y'all all
even
should
if-
go over there and
even
put the
if-
dukes on them.
Exactly. Even if the relationship wasn't as toxic as the breakup, because sometimes the breakup is far more toxic than the relationship was. If it's toxic at this point, that's why I say when it gets to that toxic point on social media, yes, let's all unfriend.
I personally don't really want to be friends with my friends. Others, we're not really friends.
Well,
I'm kind of friends with you. Not
And
him.
what you think? No, she
She
gone.
said,
Okay.
"Thank
As
you,
a-
and die for calling. We
And-
appreciate that. You can
Thank
go
you,
on
Indot.
Facebook. Tell us more. You can call back. So the do you have? Nemia also asked Indot, do you have to reveal your relationship status on social media? Like, should married people be letting people know they're married and not kind of? Because some. I don't put my relationship status on Facebook. Never have. So, is that right or wrong?
It doesn't make a difference
It's
to
the
me.
easy one.
I'm not a social media person like that. So if it's on there, it's fine with me. If it's not, it's fine with me either way.
I look at it as if you are married and you represent yourself as married, you should do it at all times. If you're not married but you're in a committed situation, we can get technical and say married, single, whatever you're gonna do. But mine has remained single until I'm actually married. So. But you still can tell by the way I post, the way I carry myself, or whatever.
That's the thing is I've always carried myself.
I don't think that really has anything to do with it. But once again, if your mate is being that particular, you all have issues outside of social media.
What about the people when you see them? Is there etiquette to going in and out where they change their relationship status and then 3 weeks later they change it back and then 3 weeks later
that's
they
for
change it
attention?
back?
I believe that's for attention.
It's all attention.
Yeah, I think
social media is attention.
Yeah, man. You should be content and really try to put something together on what, like you say, wait till you get married to change all that. But you get in a relationship one day and you're out and you keep changing it back and forth. And once you change, they're gonna be like, what happened? All that extra stuff. I just really think, it's too much. It's too much to really keep up with.
But some people like too much.
That's it.
They like too much.
And for me, if social media isn't for me about dating or about what I use it for, when I joined social media, I was married, and during the course of time on social media, I'm not. No one ever really knew. They're not really my friends. So I don't need to tell all 5,000 of you because I don't really know you. I mean, I really only probably know a good 1,000 of the 5,000 friends. So I'm just not going to put, now I'm divorced. And then some people right now may be like, you are?
Trying to get at you. Like I was saying,
you see the people with the wake up in the morning Facebook and go to bed at night picture. Their whole life on Instagram, social media. It's some people way to the world. Some people just have no social skills to interact with the world. So this is their way of interacting with the world. They could be their alter ego on here. They miss fancy, sexy.
And then we're so politically correct. We like, you go, girl, knowing she is not even hot. It's a not.
So we're living a dream.
There's enough people that are gonna pump you up with the like button. That like button is powerful to some people. And now they extended it to love and sad and wow. And so we really get to be like, oh, I love that you doing it, girl. And it's like,
because when you hit that like button, like the people that make Facebook, they broke it down scientifically. That's why they gave us like a like button, because when you actually hit that like button, you see it, you appreciate it. And I think it releases something in your body, some form of gratification due to the fact that, somebody did something that you approve, and it makes you feel happy about yourself. Like Facebook was put together by some great architects.
Oh, absolutely. So it was definitely a plan for programming, and that's what we're seeing. It's an extension of the program. And so we are kind of we think we've woken up and we don't want to watch certain shows on TV. They had to figure out another way.
That's right.
And we're some of us are falling for it. Even some of the ads that go across, you want to know why, or you talk about something and then all of a sudden that pillow you was talking about putting on your couch is coming across your site. It's very calculated. It's very in tune. It is just another avenue.
Same pillow.
Yeah, it's the same thing, and they just have to, as technology grows, the game has to grow.
That's right.
And if you fall for it, you fall for it. And this is it's just like I said, it's just magnifying it in a different way.
It's the same one way. They recognized that the television wasn't working to the extreme that they already created it for. Tell you a vision to program you, television programming. They understood that a lot of people start getting hip to that game, so they introduced the new programming, social media.
And Nemia said she also hate when the missing teen posts and then they get found. And now I agree with her on that. I be wanting to tell us where her fast buzz. Where she back now, because you had me scared thinking it was a killer on the line
for.
So tell me where
were you
was at for 4 nights.
She was at
tell
a boyfriend.
Us, I was trying to help you find her. Now tell me.
She was at a boyfriend crib for 4 days straight.
Yeah,
4 days straight.
I agree with you down and that. I be wanting to know.
You might want to take a pregnancy test.
Do you owe people if you involve them in your life, then do you owe them to follow up with?
Well, if you involve them, yes, yeah.
It's a certain level that comes with it, yeah. So you see some people will post and say, no questions, I just need prayers. And that's one of those, I need the prayers, but I don't really want to give you all my business, because if you mean me well, you don't even need to know.
Right.
Well,
like if I come to you and I say, yo, Wanda, I need $100. If your thing really, you don't
ask, well, what do you need it for?
Exactly. It's whether I feel like I
take
can
it away from somebody, though.
give that.
How can you take that away from somebody?
What do you mean?
I
Take
don't
what
have to
away?
I didn't
When-
take it away
if-
because I never gave it to you.
If you take away the person, like say you ask Wanda for $100, how do you take her take that away from her for her asking what you need it for?
I'm not taking away. I'm saying a person who genuinely cares
Wouldn't ask.
which wouldn't ask.
Hmm.
Because they already know if you're asking, you need
It has to be extreme.
And so if you're asking me and you need it, it's only if I have it for you or not. It's not what you're going to do with it. It's whether or not I can afford the $100. Whether you go to the movies with it because you're trying to impress somebody, or you had to put it on your lights to keep the lights on.
Or you took
It's
it to,
whether or
I know a
whatever
lot-
you did, but it doesn't. That's what I mean about like with Christmas. It doesn't matter if you're going to give me anything. If it's in my heart to give you something, what you have for me will be a plus because I shouldn't be expecting anything back.
That's right.
So if I go to you and say, I just need prayers, I really can't talk about it right now, and you can't pray for me unless I break it down for you, keep your prayer because it ain't real. It's not genuine. You need too many details, and that's not what people need.
But when you put that out on social media, you're gonna get that response. Period.
yes.
And Doc says
Some people say I'm a good friend, and when I comment, they're gonna say something when I say it.
right.
You know? And then you don't say nothing. Now you just hurt that friend.
So so true. Endai says, but Jesus does not have Facebook.
No, but see, with people that believe in prayer,
You got Twitter though.
but you got something.
He's on social media.
But for those who believe that prayer
It's the
works,
power
it's
in
the
prayer.
power of the amount of people that's sending up that one accord, and that is
They
going to
call it noetic
manifest.
Which
science.
isn't
Noetic
necessarily a
science that our
Jesus
thoughts
thing.
carry
Right,
weight.
That's an
exactly.
energy.
It's the
That's
energy.
a
So
that's a
why I say
spiritual
some people
thing.
put Jesus on it. I happen not to be one of those anymore. I don't put the Jesus name on it, but I still understand the whole energy raising and putting it out there in the atmosphere. The more people you can get putting it out there, then it'll come back.
Well,
So
that's the whole concept of noetics. That's the energy that we all can generate by thinking the same thing, and that positive energy has nothing to do with anything else. It's just something that we are all connected with. You know, they got schools of this. They got colleges that teach this. Noetics.
Right. So I totally agree that it's not. But what about the ones that cryptically post, I can't believe I'm going through this, or something that makes you wonder, what is it? I mean,
So that you respond, so that you
want
ask.
the sympathy, they want the
They
attention.
crying for attention.
They're right. They're drawing you in because instead, if they tell you everything, you're just gonna say like. But if they leave you hanging, are you okay?
Are you
need
everything
me?
okay? Call me.
Inbox me, girl. I'm here for you, and all of that. You know. So
I guess that's the new like, huh?
That's
the new like.
the way they're getting attention. Endot said families revealing information like death or illness
that
before
happened to me
proper
recently.
notification is a no.
That recently happened. My children's grandfather, their father, who my children are very, very close to, they knew he was sick. He was in the hospital, but we read on Facebook that, and all my children now are different places. My one daughter was away at college and hoping she could get home for Thanksgiving. And we read it on Facebook from a distant relative who is like the ex-wife of, and how hurt my children were to find that out like that. He led a great life or something like that, and posted our pictures with him in it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, like took a family picture of us all and put it on there. And it was, and so now the thing you feel, because even for me reading it on Facebook, like, did they all know and not tell me? I'm like, okay, so they're not going to tell me he passed away. I'm thinking everyone else knew but me. My daughter's thinking that. My son is thinking that. And they're like, well, nobody told me he passed. I mean, it was just not her place to post that. So is that for attention as well when you post?
Well, I've learned of a bunch of deaths through social media that no one had informed me of. So it's a plus and it's a negative because
and yes,
you know, it's, what do you say? Some of these things come to you and you like, I didn't know. Thank you for telling me.
Should there be a timely fashion of doing, like if they died at 1 and you're posting it at 2?
Everybody wants to be first.
At least let the family post it first.
Let the
Everybody
family
wants to be
post
first.
it
There
first.
you go.
Everybody wants to be
It
first.
was that
It's just
day
like
he
the
didn't give time
news.
to tell everybody.
Yeah, everybody wants to be first. TMZ. We broke it first. You know.
So we watch the shows ahead of time, so we can go to social media and talk about it. And
mine
give
was
you
personal.
and we get the right spoiler alert. See, and they pride themselves on being like.
I know, so I'm gonna tell you first, and you go. We don't want to know. Well, I'm gonna tell you. It's like
scroll past in because I can say what I
want to say. You better hurry up and watch your Empire because I'm about to tell you that Greg Baker's on it right now.
And Tamu Janelle.
Oh, Tamu.
The Bears have won. The Bears have won.
The Bears have won.
NFC North
against Green Bay.
14, the Bears.
North champions.
Hey,
NFC. Shout out to Chicago, baby.
Oh, 24 to 17.
So social media etiquette says that. So is there a time frame, especially if you're not the immediate family posting it? I do believe the immediate family can be posting to let everyone know. But no one in our immediate family had posted this. This was someone in a whole nother state. We're here in Chicago with him. And my ex's reason for wanting to hold it was because my son had the Super Bowl for his football team. And he wanted to tell him after, just so he wouldn't. But now you've told everyone. Yeah. And so is there a time, if you're not that close related, should you?
But what about that particular person and the person that passed relationship? How do you know how close that they were? And they might not understand what they were doing, but they were really compassionately wanting to share this moment or something, because, people have friends and they have close relationships, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, that's one way. The other thing is that the post, if you think about it, which posts get the most responses? And that is one of the biggest ones that will get you the sorry for your condolences. Oh my God, and it gets you that attention. And I know I call myself a weirdo now. I don't think I'm the regular folks anymore. I think I am like the weirdo. So, but some regular folks, they really like the attention. I know it's for us weirdos. We don't understand why you need to get this attention on all these levels. But for some people, to put that post up to get and for all we know, they was trying to get some fake time off of work, and it's on social media. See, my cousin died, and it could be all kinds of reasons.
All right.
You know what I mean? It is just, and people are just using whatever they do, whatever lies, whatever facades, whatever fakeness, whatever attention, whatever platform, fight the power, better relationships. This is the outlet. Everybody's thing is just not positive what's on the inside, and it's just coming out.
I can understand them feeling like they had a close relationship, even though I don't think they had that close. Not closer than letting the person's child tell people first. I mean, then you're somebody ex-wife of someone further down the line. But I guess I get that. But it still seems to be like. It seems like it may be for attention if you're posting it that quickly that you could say, you know what, I don't know the status of this with the family. I'm going to hold back. And that has happened. Or me not necessarily wanting. I didn't post it, but I found someone think that maybe I wasn't as close because I didn't post it. It's only because I don't post my family stuff like that anymore. But that people will judge your relationship with people based on what you're posting or not posting to mean something more than it actually means.
And I think you're 100% right. Also, I would like to add, like, just like to be a devil's advocate. A lot of times that person that posts that might have good intentions. It just come off the wrong way. Like, for example, my cousin was in the hospital. And I had posted, y'all pray for my cousin. His wife texted me like, can you please take that down? I'm like, cool. I took it down because I guess when you're in a situation, you don't know what type of energy you could receive, I guess, at that situation. And you really want it to be personal, I guess. Like when my brother passed, he died overnight, but I ain't posting nothing rich like 1 or 2 o'clock in the evening because, I've had to put up a, rest in peace post, and them posters are not fun. Them posters, you're damn near crying as you post it. You know what I'm saying? Because you never thought you have to post anything like that, and you wouldn't want to find anything out like that online. So it's like, the etiquette when it comes down to death and reposting really should start from like the intermediate family. Once you see them, you could know it all day. If you don't see them posting on, it's not your.
That's the thing. Follow their lead. If she went on and saw that the people you're saying, I'm sorry for your loss to, haven't posted that they lost anyone.
But
then
what
you're
is
a little
social
ahead of the game.
social media is generating these bold, upfront, want to be first mentality people, though.
Yeah, they're still wrong for doing it.
Of
though.
course,
I
no, we're
understand
not
their
saying that they're
reasoning.
right, but this is their mentality. This
Right.
is what it's developing. I'm gonna be the first one to post it, regardless of the family.
Right.
I want to be first.
I agree. Now, and then sometimes the reason, like you mentioned, sometimes I don't feel like consoling other people, like or in responding to every post. So I don't. If I'm in the midst of grieving, I don't want to, like you said, with your brother, have to go on. Thank you, thank you, I appreciate. And
Not
people will
especially
get
that at
mad
the
that you
time.
don't
Yeah.
acknowledge that they
Then you have to
sent you
come back. Now,
something.
here's another etiquette point. Now you got to come back with the general thanks for all that sent out your support. Thank you.
I
Like
can't reach out
everyone saying happy
individually.
birthday. Thank you so much. Or they'll be like, she ain't even say nothing. And then don't dare make a personal post about one friend for their birthday, and then the next one
Ooh.
come out and you ain't got a selfie of y'all up. I mean, it gets
It gets so people are sensitive
Catty.
over the social media thing, and it's but it's
You
should
would
there
think
be
it would
etiquette?
make people want to take a look at themselves a little more, because now it's like out here. It's like, whoa, if my circle of friends, and this is all I got coming down my news feed, you got to start to say, who am I? What am I doing? Who am I surrounding myself with? Because a lot of this stuff, like with my close friends and stuff, I don't have these issues. You know what I mean? And so I think a lot of this stuff is just people's best friend now because they don't have one.
That's exactly. We talked about it earlier. Yes, that's exactly it. This is where they live.
Artificial intelligence.
Give me an example. I'm sorry to cut you off. To give me an example of, he says the only thing that bothers me on social media is groupthink, but I guess it's a gift and a curse. In what account? I wonder how many dead people have Facebook accounts. Oh, tons.
Oh, yeah,
because I
lots
don't
of
go
them. And that's
unfriend my.
spooky.
I
To
wouldn't
see somebody
unfriend a
pop
dead
up
person.
and is it? But should you post on a dead person's
No, I wouldn't.
Because people still do that. Like when
I
their
do the
birthday
happy
comes or
birthdays.
something.
I do
That's
that.
no,
Happy
that's
birthday.
no.
Do you?
Birthday, bro. Miss you like a mug. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Aw.
Or I do something like
On their page or on your page.
I tag them in it. You know what I mean?
So now everybody that was their friend who forgot to unfriend them gets a notification from the dead.
And remind it.
Oh my God,
And
that's
remind
He
it.
didn't think of it that way.
Yeah.
He really was just feeling.
yeah. See, your intentions was
His
good, but you
intention
just
is
went
to-
in a way that keeps them alive.
Well, some of the
Leave him in there. He gone.
some of the indigenous cultures used to practice once a person passed, they would pass out all their things to friends and family members to get the memory of them out so that you don't suffer in pain and sorrow.
Dot, who happens to be a funeral director, are you? So she says social media has been found to be a real grief support system.
Yes.
And I guess you could have people rallying behind
If you
you.
don't have anyone else.
If-
If you don't have that around you, you need that. And then when someone says those words that you wish you could turn to your guy or your father who isn't there anymore, your mother, and you don't have those people, you
have them on social media.
She said they have a new, NDOT said they have a new option to memorialize the page after Facebook is notified about the death. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the family
Once
has to
again,
do that.
Facebook is capitalizing.
Yes.
And we think it's a good thing, but
Yeah.
this is all just so
Programming
distracting.
and controlling.
And distracting and
Yeah.
controlling.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Every aspect of our life.
What
They-
happened
they-
to just keep an obituary in the Bible on the table?
I don't have a Bible, but you're right.
I know, I don't have one either, but you know what I'm saying.
I'm
That was
100%
old
with
school.
you.
How
Right,
you,
right.
How your
I'm
mama and
100%
grandmama
with you.
kept all-
Nobody even never read this Bible. It was like
It was the
full of
gift debate.
obituaries.
right one with
About
the
that
gold.
thick
Yeah,
with
it was an
obituaries.
Steak for
She
your
right.
family.
I swear she right.
obituary in there. I thought it was an obituary holder. I didn't know.
Every
it was a
house I
word.
went in had one.
Yeah.
That big gold Bible. That big gold Bible.
Tucson is responding to you. He says, example, there are popular people on social media and sometimes they say ridiculous stuff and the group just supports that stupidity. Yes, because they like the person. Absolutely. So yes, the Facebook fame.
Well, he's group think that everybody just
Flock to it and
Flock
start thinking
to.
of their own because they just want to be liked by this person or they like the facade that they think this person is. And we don't even know this person. But because the way they respond, we would like to think that they're genuine, or we think our intuition is telling us that they're genuine. So now we like this person through Facebook that we've never met. So yeah, so now you got the bandwagoners,
Right,
that will just support the foolery. Right? We got one of them going right now, but they just but yeah. So yeah, Tucson, that's correct. It is stupid that you can't have people just to think on their own because they want to be with the cool kid gang. And those are people in real life are probably doing the same thing at the local bar. They did it in high school. They did it in college. Some of them are in fraternities only because they want to be with the cool kids, not because it really did anything. And that's not bagging on people who did it, but everybody who's in it got in it for different stuff. If you ask a person, they're like, well, I was told it was because of the history and the connections that I can have in the workforce. And some of them just want to be with the cool kids. And that's what this is in the groups too. They form the cool kid group.
I could never fit in with the cool kids. That's why I always kind of form my own little circles, man. I don't like the cool kids for some reason.
You know, I'm the weirdo. I take it.
I went to a little bar last night. You know, grown folks in there having a good time, but sometimes I can't help but to look at them like, man, can y'all please sit down? Y'all just just don't know. Y'all just look stupid to me sometimes. But at the same time, people gotta be able to have fun. They gotta be able to have fun. You know, they come and pick their best outfits out. You know, it's bad, but then they do all that to get dressed up to be on the phone all night. You know, so it's like. You know, it's like, what's the real purpose? We all confused.
But what I have learned, and like I said, I really have been trying to do some personal growth over the last year. And I have to even look sometimes at how the picture is painted from someone standing across the room when they see me. So I had to learn everybody is not doing what they're doing to get attention. They may just happen to get it while they're doing something that they want to do.
Right.
So I am, like I said, I'm a dancer, Wanda. You know, I don't need anybody. The same way I'm at home in the living room, I go hard, be sweating at home. It's the same way that I'll do at a party. I don't need a drink. I don't need anybody to dance with me. I'm going in. If the DJ got me, but to somebody else, I'm doing too much.
right.
And she trying to do this and she trying to get the attention or whatever. And it's like, no, I really have been like this since like third grade. Like
I get that too often where I was out. I'm a stepper, that old house head, but now stepping is more of my. And someone will say, "This is not. What is that? What is the big contest we have?
The world's largest.
This not the world's largest. You dance like you in the world's largest. No, I dance because I'm feeling the music. It's my therapy. I'm going to get into the music. I'm going to do what I feel. I'm going to put everything in it. Yes, I'm going to do every move I know. Thank you, because I feel good doing it. And I just love the dance. And for someone else that may be doing too much.
And that's why I like to try to sit back and not necessarily say.
On social media as well. Just not judge who they are. That's what, just take it out your feed. I'm not going to maybe comment unless it affects my life. But the selfie people every day, I don't like selfies, don't like looking at people's faces every day. I don't know why that bothers me so much, but I'm not going to get mad at them for doing it. I'm just going to not follow it. I'm just not follow it. I'm not going to say don't do it, because do you. Enjoy your life. If you want to tell somebody every day that I brush my teeth, I'm about to brush my teeth, I'm driving in my car, just driving and look at me drive. You go live and drive and drive in a car. I'm not going to quite understand it, but maybe that's what you do. And I'm just not going to comment. I'm going to move on and do me. But is there etiquette to that? I mean, is there etiquette to going live?
I need to break. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I need to break at it for 1 second. I want to say hi to my family in London. They tuned in.
London, hey, family in London. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you guys.
All right.
So,
sorry.
No, that is perfectly fine. Hello. So we are talking about social media etiquette on IntellectualRadio.com. This is a He Says, She Says show with me, Wanda B. I got Greg Baker from the Greg Baker Show Fridays at 1 p.m. here with me. My beautiful Valencia, part of the He Said, She Said team, and Timujin L.
That's the intern.
The intern. I heard you bungle it a few times on your show.
That's all right.
No, that's all right. I also have it written down.
Phonetically, right? Well, I appreciate y'all taking out the time to say it right for me.
Make sure it's right, man.
I appreciate that.
Greg has a show Fridays 1 p.m. on IntellectualRadio.com, and I had the pleasure of engineering the show this past Friday, and it was just interesting watching Greg. He knew he had it. He come back with it. He would say it with such confidence.
He called me Bruce Lee, didn't he?
Like Mujan Lee. And we were like, oh, he finally got the first name and then bubbled the last name.
I think I got a little dyslexia. I think I flip things around.
But you're so cool with it. Come on up to the microphone, sir.
Wow. And I said going live while doing absolutely nothing.
That's a no-no.
It's a no-no.
Hello, Patricia Frankson. We gave our shout outs to London.
Yeah,
hello,
hey,
the London family.
That's my big sister.
That's your
big sister.
Hey, big sis.
So going live doing, I don't understand it. I don't know, is there an etiquette to that? Should you go live and have a purpose?
I've never been.
You should.
Live.
I would think you should.
Maybe the purpose, especially sometimes you're just watching just to figure out, are they about to talk? I mean, is this a really good song? Should I be listening? You don't know what you want to support.
Is this their morning testimony? They gonna
Right.
tell me what they just came out of, and then it's like, yep, that traffic,
That traffic.
them Dre beats in the back. Word up.
And you're like, why though? I'm just,
No, it'd be true. I never watch them though.
But like she said, you start off and because you think, okay, they finna.
I want to support you. What you talking about? I like you.
I need to hear some. I need to hear some voices and
Then I'm like,
content.
you're not saying nothing now.
You want to hear? I mean, and then, but the crazy thing is, Facebook Live and these social media sites give a lot of people a platform that they're not ready for. Like we talked about the other day, we went to school for this. So they taught us one thing in school: before you crack the mic, know what you're gonna talk about. But a lot of people don't know that when they hit that live button. You know what I'm saying? Before I hit the live button, a lot of times I have a list of things that I want to hit. Or I done thought about some bullet points that I want to hit. I'm just not going live just to be looking at the camera. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to make it like give some good content. That's just how I am. Like even when I'm on this radio station, and I try to bring you content. If not, I'm turning it.
Do you fix your hair first though? Because you know you got.
I think that's social media etiquette. Don't
fix
your hair for
first
5
and
minutes
do it
and
in
let
that.
me watch you.
That's
Yeah.
the ladies. The ladies like to
The
do that.
ladies do that. They
Because
fixing their hair.
Well, you know, when you
first.
do look, you be thinking you okay, and then you look in
You
the mirror,
look
and
so
be like,
close
"Ooh,
up."
your hair is out." And I think they should do that prior to going live, though,
Yeah.
because I get that. Like, you know, you be like, "Oh, yeah, let me
That's how,
bring
get
that's how they
it.
build
sticking out.
they viewers
My
up to
wig a
the.
little crooked. Let me put it over here."
I ain't never seen
They pull it down in the front. I have seen people pull it. I think that is a
No, silly.
Sometimes you don't know. You think you look good until you got it right in your face and you go, "Oh, that don't." So I may fix my hair, but I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna say something. Not like spend 10 minutes of me just watching you fix your hair and check your lipstick. And you're like, you're live.
Before you go
You live.
Yeah.
Hello.
10 minutes back.
Or the ones that wait for you to come in. I'm in now. Come on now.
They
Just
wait
think-
for to get at least 20 people watching, like, and they just hold on. Yeah, I'm waiting. So
Come on in. Come on in.
Those are the ones
I'm
who
here.
you know
I'm
they're
gone.
doing or whatever. Just that's why I say it's better if you really have like a message that you want to get out, record it and post it.
Yeah.
But people want that instant gratification.
I'm awake. Come on in. Come on in. I'm like, talk to
Stephanie
me.
said
I'm
we're
here.
talking about her. She do that all the time. So you fixing your hair, Stephanie? We talking about you, girl.
I've never seen you do that, Stephanie.
And I says posting status, inappropriate pics, etc., to blast and acts as revenge. Is a no. That can actually be illegal. I need to contact
To do
a lawyer.
what? Ernest, we may need your services. I don't think you're that kind of attorney, but we may need you because we have just found out
He's
that
a
blast in the ad. How is that? And is that illegal? I got your bond. I got money on it at least. I don't know how much it is. I don't know what you've done to make your bond, but
See, one thing about entertainment, want to leave certain topics alone. I'm just gonna throw my hands up on that one. Let y'all talk about that one.
right. You don't want to incriminate yourself.
I was gonna say, are you guilty?
I didn't see Ernest. Read Ernest.
He said, if there are naked pics, maybe. But earlier he said, people going live for nothing is annoying and sometimes hilarious at the same time.
Mhm.
It's narcissism on display.
See, what's
Driving and listening to a song and saying nothing.
and then they're gonna take your whole Facebook down because you somebody else's song in the background. You're not clear for that. But then my thing is this: man, I almost forgot my thought. Uh, when it comes down to social media and Facebook Live and things like that, I hate when people go live and then someone get shot or something like that. Like I don't understand that because there's been multiple occasions. Like just I think just this past weekend, someone went live and they got shot on the live. And I don't know why is that like a trend or something like that. And even when Facebook Live first started, people was getting shot on live.
That would have to be a
Are they
coincidence.
staging stuff? You know, a lot of the
Unless it was
stuff is
staged.
staged
Exactly.
too.
For
Because
them
you'll even
hits.
see a lot of the relationship things where somebody walk in, they make the guy take his shoes off at the
Yeah,
Walmart.
those are staged.
And they're like they're staged. But people use them for conversation starters, but they're still staged. But what we don't realize is still programming and showing you what
Mm.
relationships are.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Cyberbullying. So yes, I NDOT mentioned cyberbullying, and I agree that's some etiquette. Should not have the cyberbullying. How kids must really have it tough. Thank goodness in our age of growing up,
Once
you
you went home, it
couldn't.
was over, right?
Yeah, or you just beat them up and it
Yeah.
was
You
over,
called your
and you became
cousin, your
friends.
mama came up there to the
Yeah,
school.
and I
Yeah.
mean, kids got a lot to worry about in this day and age. Like, I really feel for them. Like, it was a young lady who I don't even think she was getting cyberbullied, but she just killed herself this past weekend, I believe. I think she was 9 years old, a little girl. So I think they said she was getting bullied at school. And then, with the social media, like you say, you come home from school and hop on social media. A lot of kids, we got to really train our children how to be stronger.
Well,
And
the
Well, we got to
social
be
media add too
involved
much
with our
access.
children.
Yeah,
We need to be more involved. I mean,
these are our
because
babysitters.
bullying, yes. So you have bullying, and that can happen between a child and a child. But if your child is being bullied and you don't notice a change in their uh, activities or their response of going to school or to the babysitter house that has the other 10 people's kids over there, and you're not trying to find out what's going on, and you're just more concerned that you can drop the child off in order to get to work,
because you on social media too.
and then you on social media, so you done brought the 2-year-old an iPad, right? I know babies that know how to work iPads better than I do. And instead of us using the technology to actually have more 2-year-olds walking around here being able to spell, we have more 2-year-olds knowing around how to sing a song or whatever, or play the game, how to
Mhm.
sing, and they're not learning anything.
See, that's like a catch-22 because them young children that know how to use like the computer at a young age, they call like indigo kids. See, we have to start teaching them how to start coding and things of that nature, like get coding games and stop using YouTube as a way to raise them or distract them.
Exactly.
And I'm guilty of that, but I see the outcome of that as well, because YouTube they'll stumble upon crazy videos and you hear cursing and everything. What is you watching? You watch a Def Comedy Jam and there's something? No, this is just YouTube, a little gamer, like what I'm saying.
But
So you
as
got
a parent, you should already, like me, I'm not tech savvy, but if my children were out when all the little tech stuff was coming, it was my response. This is where I get the word responsibility. We don't accept the full responsibility that a parent needs to do. So
Mhm.
now you're a tech parent in a tech era, and your kids, now you have another responsibility to investigate what kind of parental controls can I put on this child's phone. If your excuse why your child has a phone is so they can contact you, then you're creating an issue by giving them an iPhone, because you could get them the flip phone, the little, and so what, worrying about what the friends have and what they say.
It can only ring. It
It
doesn't
can
have
only
to have
ring.
internet
Yes, it
access.
doesn't have to have internet access. Should be able to text, and then even if you want to go further, it depends on how close or tight you want to hold your kids in, who they can text, lock it in. There's all our mom. We used to have to lock the key on the phone at the house if your parents, so you knew which friends' house mamas you can go over there and use the phone. You knew which ones was gonna have the lock on there where you can't even dial, you can only answer. And so it has just progressed. If you're gonna be that type of parent, you gotta just be responsible.
Do your
and figure
due
out how to
diligence
do
as
it.
parents.
we live in a technological age, and right now technology is super fast forward. Half the parents don't even know how to work these phones. The children teach them about the phones. So I mean, them trying to limit their accesses just don't work these days. I mean, public TV is just, I mean, terrible with sexuality and so on and so forth. It's just too much access. That's what's the problem.
I agree. So as we talk about social media etiquette, Ernest Tuckett said sharing someone's naked pictures or videos, their sensitive information or personal info. And so I think all of that is a no-no. if we're talking the no-nos of social media etiquette. But you also have to protect yourselves, because once you put it on social media, you really are limiting your control over what is shared and seen. So the only way you can have control is not to do it. So if now the personal info, I think that's sharing your personal info.
But what if the videos weren't shared on thing, and this was something you and I did, and I think he's going back to the X and the
the X's.
Yeah, so if they post something that we made between the two of us and now it's out there, just kind of segueing into Mary Moore Sloan's comment where she's saying screenshotting text messages and other private conversations and posting them is highly inappropriate.
I never thought about that, Mary, but that is a very good point. Is that your cousin? She says, "Hey, cousin." Mary Moore Sloan, very a very good point. I swear my Facebook Live only is showing you, Valencia, the whole time. It's showing you from here up. I don't know why. What is happening?
Am I in her way?
No, it's just on my phone. It's the craziest thing.
We
I know, but mine is just showing. Oh. So I don't know why. So a very good point. The screenshotting. When you screenshot, but now I mentally think to myself, whatever I'm typing to somebody, I think they may, especially if they're a type person, I had now mentally think of what am I writing to this person, because it could be shared. But is that a no to screenshot conversation? Because now what people say, you leaving receipts. Oh, I got the receipt of that conversation, and they are putting the receipts on Facebook. So what do you think? Is that a no to screenshot a personal conversation you had with someone to prove whatever?
Well, I mean, it all depends on the content of the information too. So that could be tricky.
Yeah, now if you try and have somebody is being untruthful and you got proof and you need to prove yourself, it's back to one of those things. You're responsible for what you said. You got and the level of responsibility can go. It teeter-totters on who had more, but everybody has some. So you had this much as far as posting your child's prom, because that was something in your life that was happening. It was exciting. You were proud. You get to do that as a mother. So you were responsible. But he has this much more responsibility to not invade your privacy and take that and post it as his own. So when we're talking about this, is once again, everybody still has their point of the whole responsibility. So if I text you and I tell you A, B, C, and D, I'm responsible for those words. So now if you take them and contradict me, then I'm not responsible for being a liar. You might have screenshotted it, you might have put it up, but in the end, I'm a liar. You're a screenshotter, you're whatever. But I'm a liar. And I think people get upset when the screenshot goes against what they were trying to portray. Because if you screenshot what I said, I'll be like, yep, that's what I said. It's not a problem. Screenshots are only a problem when the person is doing something different than what they communicated over here.
That I've seen it though, where someone screenshots, even though the screenshots tell one story, they wrote a whole nother thing of their interpretation of the screenshots. And you go, I've had to think to myself and read it. That's not what they said, though. You all off. They didn't say that. And so, but
in that case, that was probably good, because
it was
you
good.
had just taken that person's word and got their rendition of it, right? You'd be like, oh, they bogus. But now you're like, no, you crazy.
You crazy, because that's not what they're saying.
That's not what they're saying.
But is screenshotting, is that an okay thing to do, or is that a no-no? Social media no-no.
You ladies are experts. I'm sorry. I'm taking notes.
I think, unfortunately, with social media nowadays, anything you do, you better think one step ahead to the repercussions. Can you stand by it? You have to think of the consequences of your words, which you always should. But if you're putting it in writing, you better be very mindful of what you're putting in writing, because it may come back to haunt you. So Ernest Tucker said there's really no privacy nowadays.
There's not.
Or not much privacy. And there isn't. I mean, we have signed, by using social media, we are giving some almost unwritten consent to.
We don't want the privacy. We're opening our lives up.
But once we signed up for social media, we actually did consent.
That's exactly it.
Right.
We're opening our lives up.
We have already consented to
consented to let them in every every facet, every one of them.
So someone, I think an Endot wrote earlier, what about other people taking pictures of you and posting those pictures? You don't like the picture and someone's posted a picture of you. This happens often to me.
It
So now
does.
I tell people, I either say I don't want to be in a picture, and I know they really get mad about that, but I don't know how it's gonna look. I know then you can post whatever you want to post. If I can't see it first, I'm just not gonna take the picture.
Like you turned me down to take a picture, right?
Exactly.
See?
Because
It's okay though. I
people
understood. I
but
understood.
I'm not going to see it first and know what you're going to do with it, then I'm not going to take the picture.
Well, I was going to promote us, but
No, I'm not asking you, and I'm talking in general.
I know. I know why you said that.
Right, but if I don't have time to, like, I just say no. Just say no when the things. But what is that? Because I've had it happen where people go, "We're out here." I didn't want to tell people where I am. I said I was going to get milk, not go
Right.
dance.
I am not
So-
in the club. Now you got me straight busted.
Now they got the receipts on you.
Yeah.
They got the receipts on you.
I
and stuff
said
like-
mommy was going to get milk, and now you have posted the picture of me on the dance floor, stepping my heart away, and I was just coming for 5
Jerk your
minutes.
body. Jerk your body. Ain't that the
I don't know.
that's the
NDOT
step
says
song.
folks are getting fired for being recorded or recording themselves doing racist or crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Talking negative about your job or school. Most places have a social media policy that allows you to be terminated because of what you post.
And we
sit
signed
down.
something at the school. I went recently, took some class, and they had you sign that what you post on social media that they're going to be looking at. So nowadays they have added signing these kind of things, that be mindful of what you're posting on social media, because we may reprimand you for what you say. So Ernest Tech said, "Don't tag me or check me into a location unless you ask me." And I've had that happen too, where we're at, and I'm like, I don't want everybody to know where I'm at this moment. And I do know people who have been robbed,
Because of
saying that they're out of
yeah,
town
Yeah.
on
Mhm.
social media, saying that, oh, we're flying somewhere,
Too
and
much information.
then come back home and find that they've been robbed, or at a funeral. People also have done it, saying that I'm at a funeral. They've gone to the house because they know the time frame you're going to be
in there.
away. And didn't you mention once, Greg, before his show Fridays at 1 p.m. on IntellectualRadio.com, the Greg Baker Show? He remember the one time you said you post your picture when you come back.
When I come back from out of town, I don't post now picture when I'm out of town. I post a picture like if I'm driving from out of town. I post it like closer I get to Chicago, or when I get back, because people we have friends and we got so many followers that you don't know what their intentions are. So I just rather wait.
So it was interesting because you had posted all these things in New York, and we were like, Greg is in New York. He's not doing this show. And you walk right in. I was
Walk
like,
right
Greg,
in.
did
I'm like,
you
I'm-
just say you were
I was-
you were in New York? I was looking at you and your family on the Golden
Right.
Gate.
And I was
No, that's in San Francisco. But you were in New York somewhere.
yes, I was driving past what is it? What's going east? It's Indiana. Is it Omaha or Cleveland? It's Cleveland. We was driving it through Cleveland. Oh, let's time to post a picture. I'll be back home in 4 hours. They post these pictures.
So I'm thinking you were in New York and you walk through the door. We're like, how can he do a show? He's in New York. But I think
up.
that's kind of clever.
That's
No
the
one's
best
gonna-
thing to do, though. That's the best thing to do.
Yeah, it's
It's
just
safe.
Marry more, but then you're still gonna have people that are gonna judge you about posting once you get back. Oh, he had to tell us he was in New York. It's one of those things you,
You
can't
can't
win for
please
losing.
everybody.
Exactly. Mary Moore came back and said, but if you're having a personal conversation with someone who you thought was a close friend, you shouldn't have to worry about being exposed when you fall out. But once again,
You're right.
such is life. It's like, because you still have those friends that even if they didn't have a screenshot, that the conversations you had are still as revealing if they know certain things or whatever. So that's just still, once again, going back and knowing your personnel who are really your friends and what they would have done with or without social media.
And I've had that happen. Where I was very upset. Even the ones where maybe it's not even a screenshot, but just even putting the whole situation on Facebook. So responding to you, not personally, but going to Facebook to respond to you to the issue.
Yeah.
I think that's wrong. I mean, if you can't say it to me one-on-one, why are you going to Facebook to get this confirmation? Now, some situations I get, if they brought it to Facebook, then you're responding on Facebook.
Yeah.
That you brought it to them the way it happened. That makes sense to me. But sometimes I don't get the responding to me on Facebook, this one-on-one dialogue on Facebook, because I don't understand that. For me, that would be a no. Don't do it. But I don't even understand doing it. Really, I understand doing it to people who've done it to you. Understand. You came to me on Facebook, I'll respond to you.
Yeah.
I don't get we were talking over here and now you decided to start
make a post.
Make a post about it. I don't get that.
Yeah.
Nanda
says sneak taking pictures of someone with a bad outfit or hairstyle to make fun of them. That is kind of wrong. I know we laugh, but that's wrong.
That's
it
wrong.
Happens a lot.
It happens all the time. It's wrong. I ain't gonna lie. I was guilty one time.
Sometimes you just can't pass it up.
And what happened was I was working in clothing retail and I had a shoe section. And when the lady took her sock off and the way her feet was all like, I had to hurry up, take me a little pic. I was like, they're not gonna believe this. What's the visual? Right, so I'm bad. I'm sorry, I did that before, but I told you I'm working on myself. I didn't got better, and I don't do that no more.
Did you get the whole feet?
It was like, man, I had to get it. I got a good enough shot. I was wrong.
Did you post a picture?
No, you should not have.
I didn't post it, but I shared it with my closest friends. Like, girl, look at that.
Any of them post a picture?
No, I don't think so.
No, I've had people.
She gonna know her feet.
You know, right.
She gonna come
I've had someone say that's my cousin or that's my somebody posted like what she got on and they know the person.
Yes.
And then feel badly that you did it. I'm recovering from. I didn't do it often, but it was. I've only maybe done it twice.
Maybe twice.
He knows my heart. I'm reformed. I'm also
comedy.
I'm on my journey to wholeness,
That's
y'all.
what I'm saying. We get
So when you know better, you do better.
That's right.
We didn't know better. We doing better now.
That's right.
But I do believe that's wrong to make fun of people in their bad outfits when they've come outside like that in their bonnets.
They ain't know no better.
What about the really popular one they had just recently? The guy with the big neck.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was
You just
reposting
ragged
that.
him,
I mean, just tearing the brother
See, I
down.
try not, but I'm gonna laugh.
Sometimes some positive things come out of that. You know,
He might
a
have got
positive
some
thing for the
exposure
big
from it,
man.
possibly.
might get whatever.
I
He
don't
might
know
get
yet.
the next horror film or something. You never know.
He doing sketches
Stuff
right
can
now.
happen. He is
The
doing
next
some
horror
stuff,
flick.
right?
Collecting
You
the
just
check.
never know.
Well, that one girl,
The neck monster.
Right, the girl who's now on. Yeah, but
who made that picture, she making money. They
Yeah.
say from that. She made some facial expression with her hand like this,
Oh, that yeah.
and I think she made money from that.
They blowing up out here doing stuff.
Hey,
So yeah.
So we are talking about social media etiquette. If you know a social etiquette tip for social media, share it with us. We've been talking about it. My phone is dead. Oh, wah wah wah. I have died.
we're still going over here.
So, but we're still going on IntellectualRadio.com. That's why if you were tuned in, somebody tell them to go over to YouTube or let me put the YouTube link in there. You can, that's why it's so beautiful to be here at IntellectualRadio.com because we have so many ways you can listen to our shows.
That's social media love.
Social media love. I'm about to show you some YouTube because you can also, somebody put it in there, or let me get to the link really quickly here and I will send you the link for the show and you can continue to watch it on, he said, she said, let me find it on YouTube. Oh, I can't put the link. Oh yeah, my computer is still going. He said, she said, oh no. Why can't I think this out real quick? Help me. Please forgive me. My brain fart is now being broadcast because I'm trying to figure out if it's going on my phone. I can still get the link and put it on Facebook and people can see it, right?
Sure.
Share. Let me get the link. So we have been talking about social media etiquette. Please share your social media
Start it over.
etiquette.
Can't do it because hers is
For me. My phone is dead, so you won't be able to. They won't be able to see it anymore. But I'm about to hopefully send them to view it on. Paste. Come on. Will you let me paste the show? Paste. Nope. Dumbo. I sent the wrong link. I'm coming. I'm sorry, y'all. We've been talking about social media and how you can
how you supposed to behave.
Thank you.
How you supposed to behave on there?
I think I got the link.
You got it for me?
I think so.
Wait, I got it. I just got the wrong one. Copy. So They can't hear me on Facebook, but they will be able to see. There you go. Can someone type in the comments there? Or, you know what? I think I can. Please watch on YouTube. I know. Or you can always go to IntellectualRadio.com, the home of He Said, She Said, and the Greg Baker Show, Fridays at 1 p.m., Sundays at 2 p.m. So there's so many ways that you can view our show. And his intern. He got to get his plug in there. He has just been appointed the intern, Timujin L.
That's
has
right.
now been my what am I trying to say? My phone died. Been nominated as the intern of the Greg Baker Show. So we have been talking about, and thank you everybody who continues to chime in. We have been talking about social media etiquette. So the screenshotting, I never thought of that as being probably a no-no to do, because so many people do it, but that's a no-no. It probably is without consent, but you can't consent. I'm about to screenshot this and tell everybody. And the screenshots have got people in trouble. I love me some Judge Mathis.
Yeah, screenshots are definitely.
And they have brought those screenshots in and got some money for that. Defamation. You say the wrong thing about somebody's business that could cause them to lose business, you're gonna pay.
Well, my threat of using some screenshots stopped some unnecessary drama coming at me on social media. I'm like, okay, I can put the real deal out there with a couple of clinks. Let me tell you the truth. No warning. And
you
then
may not want to go there. Voila. Okay, delete.
So I ain't mad at screenshots. I'm just saying, because I say what I say when I said what I said,
and I meant it.
And I meant it.
I don't care who know I said.
Right, and those who don't are the ones who kind of worried about the screenshots.
Yeah, no, I usually don't worry. Maybe the how I said it, because for the world I may say it a little sweeter, but in the inbox I'm like, you meant me. I know. Okay. I swear, I'm sorry. When I get mad, only when I get mad, the words I can't even stop them from coming out.
I think one etiquette should be, if you're going to be posting your holy messages in the morning, please stay holy throughout the day.
Don't start the day with Jesus wept and he
loves us all. And then later,
love the Lord. I'll hurt y'all. I'll cut up
at the club getting it in.
I'm talking about your whole energy.
Yeah.
It's not even.
I'll cut a person, and you talking about who you'll cut.
Well, that people better get me right, because we'll be like, what happened to Jesus? He was leaving your life in the morning.
I seen that
clapping in between their words. Like,
leave your life in the morning.
What would Jesus do?
Whoa. Jesus said, cut them too.
That's right.
Remember, I come with a sword. I come with a sword.
You're listening to He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com. Thank you so much, guys. We have been talking about social media etiquette, and so it's interesting. I think everybody's level of what is right and wrong, you kind of just have to go with a generic view of what's right, like what you want done to you. Is that one of those things you should treat people the way you want to be treated?
You would think. But it's not on at all for social media, so we can't hardly expect it when they got this thing to hide behind, because there's people out here you'll never ever see in your entire life.
That's right.
That are on there, and you're allowing these people to get you all riled up, and they're sitting back getting nothing but pure enjoyment because they have nothing else to do. That's what they live for.
What they call it, trolling.
Yes, yeah, that's the trollers out there. So it's I think at the end of the day there are some positives. We don't want to say social media hasn't done anything positive, because it has a lot of positive things. It has exposed and made some people accountable for their racist activity. It has brought in attention to situations that we thought were just isolated events here and there, and we see that we're all the same. widespread. It has brought families connected. I know I'm in touch and in tune with lots of family members that I haven't even ever laid eyes on, but I feel more connected because now I know something about them, what's going on with them through the social media. So there are some positive things. People are promoting their business. People are getting rich off of it, whether or not it's because they have a good funny edge to them, an educated edge, or an ignorant edge. It is benefiting people. But we just need to educate ourselves as to what else is doing and kind of just see if it reflects your everyday living.
Mhm.
So I will end with that. You've been listening to He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com. Greg, tell people how they can reach you.
You can reach me every Friday here on Intellectual Radio at 1 o'clock. You can meet me on Facebook. It's Greg Baker on Facebook, Greg Baker, and I'm on Instagram as Radio King Greg Baker. And thank you for the opportunity. I love to be down here and talk with you all. Thank you. Both of you all.
And like him on Facebook. And if you see his post, you better like him and share it.
Oh, you get deleted.
Yeah, so he gonna unfriend you.
Valencia.
Hello, I am on Facebook. I'm a tweet or Instagram something next year. I'm gonna get my little tech stuff up, but I don't be doing all that. I'm just on Facebook, Valencia Jackson.
Tamu Janelle, House of Ale Cigars. You can reach me at 847-372-271. That's my phone number, direct line. And you can text me. Facebook, Tamu Janelle, House of Ale Cigars, and Ale Cigars.
He has these cigars. I'm not a cigar smoker, but they smell like, the peach, the royal, the scent of it. We have one in our office, and I swear the aroma, it almost makes me want to just grab it just to see what's going to happen. These cigars are
I put a lot of work in my cigars. Go ahead, brother.
It was a delicious cigar, like the one you.
Oh, you had it. You smoked it on the way home.
Yeah, actually went to the store, got me like a red stripe beer. Something wanted me to drink a red stripe beer with that cigar. That's Jamaican beer. So and I had a Mexican berry cigar, so I kind of mixed the cultures and everything.
Mexican and Jamaican together, man.
So you enjoyed the cigar,
Right, you had a great time.
It was delicious.
It's definitely sound like it.
Yeah, I was smoking all the way to the roach, man. To be honest with you, but he's my new intern too. So we got a lot of great things going. This is a great station,
sir.
man. We're building great things.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Thank you,
Keeping it
Earl Winfrey,
Super
for creating the IntellectualRadio.com platform for all of us. We so appreciate you. So I got some guys coming up. Pardon our opinions. Another great show here at IntellectualRadio.com. So you got to stay tuned. They're going to be on at 4 o'clock tonight. So listen to those guys. It's like you hear our men and women opinion, and they give you the male opinion. But pardon their opinions now. We're not going to pardon their opinion. Love that show. So tune in today on IntellectualRadio.com. And I want to be also join our group. He Said, She Said on Facebook. Get your wonderful bling, Wandaful, WANDA, bling.com, and get some jewelry, Christmas presents. You can get some cigars for the man in your life or female. They smoke too. And same with the jewelry. And then Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Auto, home, and life insurance. 708-599-5100. Tell Sal I sent you. He's a good person. You are going to be in good hands. I promise you. I also would like for you to come back here at the same time, same place. He Said, She Said on IntellectualRadio.com, 2 p.m. See you next week.
Thanks for having me.